everybody, and welcome back. Once again today in this video I will actually be painting a bottle because I while I was off camera spent a little bit of time mixing and matching various colors to get some different ones and see what they look like. And you can do that too. For anybody who's new to this and you want certain colors, look at a color wheel, figure out which colors make which colors, and then mix your paints together, mix your spray paints together. Now if you don't have a whole lot of spray paint, that might be a little more difficult. But if you've got a pretty decent collection, mix colors and see what happens. I was doing that today and I found a very nice reddish pink color that I like. Came from two paints I did not expect that it would actually come from, so there you go. You never know. That's why you should practice, see what goes good together. Anyway, back to the main point. I'll be doing a bottle. So to start with, your handy dandy gloves. This might take a second because my hands are a little sweaty because I was doing all this earlier. Had my gloves on, had my mask on, which I took off to make this video, of course, because you can't talk with the mask on. But there's my public service announcement for safety. When you're going to do spray painting, make sure that you wear your protection. Make sure you've got your gloves. Make sure that you've got some kind of mask and or spray paint outside. And if you're going to spray paint inside, definitely make sure you've got some kind of breathing mask, because those are great and sucking in the paint fumes and paint itself, not fun. I've done it a couple of times. That's why I spray outside in a well-ventilated area when I'm making these videos, and I try to stay as far back away from the paint when I'm spraying it as possible. Alright, moving on. So, I'm going to try doing a bush today instead of a tree. So, similar concept, different shape. We'll see what happens. It's going to be awesome! And I would have the granddaughter out here today, except she's tired and she doesn't want to. She just wants to lay on the couch. So, I'm on my own today. Sorry for the shakes if you see the camera shaking, because instead of having the tripod set up on the ground, I've got it sitting on the table. Trying to give you a little different angle. I'm hoping that this might be a little easier for you to see instead of putting it on the other side where it looks upside down. And if it is, great, just let me know. Tell me which angle you like better from the different videos, and I will start using that one and try to use it regularly unless my area makes it hard to do. Alright, so there's the background. Now I gotta let that dry for a couple of minutes before I put on my black and start doing my carving. And I've got my nice little carving knife, and surprisingly enough, for just scraping paint off to make your designs, to highlight rocks and whatever, I really like this plastic one. It's a little more rigid than the other ones I've got, and it's got a pretty good size edge here to work with. When you want to do fine lines, however, you will want, there you go, there you are, probably more of a metal one, and this has got a pretty fine edge compared to the plastic. A little smaller, but it can get you a really fine line there, and this one gives you a little bit thicker line. So that's the big difference between those two right now. They're both palette knives, they're both angular. I use these almost exclusively when I am doing anything with paint because they work really well and they're very versatile. I do use other ones. Most of the time is to put my initials on something, and I use usually something along this line to do that, and I just use the point. That's about what I use for those. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm using those on a regular basis yet, but I did buy a set just in case. Anyway, now that I've talked your ear off and given this a minute to dry and explained what I'm doing and why. Now, bush. So I'm going to try to stay away from up here, although I did want to do something different with that today, so we're going to do this. Just like I did with the red and the orange and yellow, I'm going to give it just a little bit of a green back because I want it to stand out. I want it to give it a little bit of pop. So we're going to do that. Now we're going to do our bush down here. We're going to put our base in. So we're not going to go up too high because it is a bush. So we'll do here, kind of come down, bring out the trunk and the roots of the trunk. Make this just a little bit bigger. And then, since it is a bush, the branches are going to go here instead of up. We'll see how well I can do with this. Now, I will warn you, first time trying to do a bush, I'm doing really good on trees. And any of you who've seen my other videos, look and see my trees look pretty decent. So, I'm pretty happy with that. But you always want to keep practicing because you always want to get better. So you definitely want to keep practicing with bushes, trees, whatever you're working on. Alright, feels like my paint's starting to dry just a little bit, and I do want it to dry. I always want to go much farther than I really need to sometimes. But that's okay. It is just fine. You do your painting the way you want to do your painting. Because it's yours and nobody should tell you how to do it. The only time they should tell you how to do it is when they've paid for it. So, oh, speaking of which, fun fact, at this county fair we were at, I sold 6 of my pieces of art. So now I am actually an amateur artist instead of just some guy in my backyard painting because I've sold them. I also gathered 4 new subscribers, had a few likes, and for those of you who are subscribed and have seen the videos, I got a pretty good short video of my grandson out there goofing around on the floor because I'm bored. He's 12. He's autistic. I love him to death. But if he is not constantly fidgeting, he's bored very easily. So he was out doing that and I went, oh, perfect opportunity. So that's the grandson. Like I said, I tried to interest the granddaughter in coming out here, but she was too tired after doing her chores, so her and her friend are in there kicked back on the couch watching movies. Yay for them! Alright, now once I've got this dry, what I want to do with the, oh, what do you know, speaking of granddaughter, she decided to make an appearance. Anyway, so to do the leaves, I'm going to use Berry Pink, I'm going to use Bahama Sea, and for the highlight, I'm going to use Basic White. That should give me a light red pinkish leaf on it for my bush. So make sure you shake your paint up real good. And while you're painting, every couple of minutes you should give it probably a quick 5 or 10 second shake just to keep it from gelling. So I thought you were too tired to do anything.
I am. I don't want to be out here, but...
Then why are you?
The fans.
Huh? Oh, the
fans. I'm not out here for you.
You're not out here for me, you're out here for the fans. Gotcha. Alright. So, let's see what we get when we mix these together. Like I said, when I did it earlier, I got a pretty light red, almost pinkish color. I know you say no bright colors, but how's that look?
It's nice.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Woohoo. Now, for all my talking and for all the explaining I've been doing, if you've noticed, it took me 3 minutes to do the bush and put it in there. So, some of these you can get done pretty quick. Doesn't take forever to do them. And then a nice little clear coat to seal it in.
What about your initial?
I haven't been initialing these because there's not a whole lot of room, so I've just been leaving them alone. However, here we go. Just a little purplish, pinkish bush, a little green. I know this top part, it seems empty, but I don't want to mess with it too much. I just want to get a nice painting down. So there you go. Excuse me.
Ew, I got sparkles on me. I got sparkles on me.
You poor baby. I'm sorry. That was awesome. So what do you think of that?
Why are we asking my opinion?
I just want to see what you say.
It's fine.
It's fine. Except for the sparkles. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this painting. I'll be back with you soon for more wonderful art and more, well, I would say wonderful granddaughter, but
No, because I'm leaving
the kid
after this.
the kid with the attitude.
I'm leaving, so I'm not in the rest of your videos. It's hot
Oh.
out here. I don't want to be out here. I just
Yeah.
had to make an appearance in one of them.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for making an appearance. For the fans of the granddaughter, there you go. And she says thank you
Did not.
in her own particular special way.
Did not.
What'd you do?
Stuck my tongue out at you, not the fans.
Oh, so it was at me, not the fans. Okay, gotcha. Right, so she stuck her tongue out at me. She says bye to you.
Peace. I'm out.
Thanks for watching.